Hello and welcome to Fibertown. Stay. I'm Emily and this is episode 46. And this is Alice who's dressed up as a reindeer today and not too pleased. Hey. I'm sorry, Alice. So you stay there, baby. It's all right. This is not dog torture. She's actually just fine. Although she may not look it or act it. All right, we'll take it off. Now she just wants to eat it. There you go. Here. Why don't you kill it a little bit? So anyway, yes, hi. Sorry about the shenanigans with the pup here. No. You can sit here with me, but you can't eat these. So yeah, episode 46. Welcome everybody to Fibertown. Again, I'm Emily, and I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry, and I'm Fibertown elsewhere. And this is Alice, aka Santa's ugliest reindeer. It's December 18th today, 2013, and we're going to have a great show. I'm in a different place today. I thought Alice would like to join me sort of at my level today instead of being on the floor most of the time. Can I have a kiss first? Nope, she just wants the reindeer ears. Alice is the most efficient destroyer of all stuffed things ever created. So we're going to put these over here. I'm going to put those up there. So yeah, welcome. Bit of a holiday show for you guys. It's all right. No, you cannot jump up there and get them. So let's see. We have show and tell. We have whips, spinning, acquisitions, which I shouldn't have done, and we have miscellaneous. So first off, I have made a little resolution to give a holiday gift to all my favorite podcasters. And there are many, many of them. So I'm going to have to actually sit down and do this, but I have to make a confession. I have never written an iTunes review. I'm going to do that as a holiday gift to all my podcasters that I watch regularly. So yeah, if you are so inclined, go out and do that for your favorite ones, because it builds recognition for them on iTunes so they can move up on the list of knitting podcasts, and it's just a good thing. Maybe I'll pack a blanket. Anyway. All right, so you want to see the show and tell? It's the fish hat. I have my whole pile of Christmas knitting here. The fish hat, dead or alive, and I went with alive. Here it is. It has not been blocked. Ta-da! I'm very happy with the way this came out. Not many modifications, really. Other than I think I shortened the fins, the dorsal fin and the pectoral fins a bit, because I was done knitting. But I think it looks great. So I will block this, and hopefully the little recipient will enjoy it. I think it came out super cute. There's one of the eyes. Yes, I have purple nails today. I never paint my nails. But to everything a season. There are the little tail fins. So yeah, this was fun to knit. It was kind of never ending at first, but then obviously you decrease as you get towards the tail and it goes much faster. So I knit this out of Serdar Country DK stripes, just what was left over from my son's Fair Isle sweater. And I have enough to make another hat. So yeah, here is the pile of Christmas knitting so far. It's impressive, right? 2 pairs of socks, 3 hats, and I've got another sock on the needle, so let me show you that. Put this over here. This is the last of the holiday knitting. Oops, sorry, Alice. Alice kind of gets freaked out when yarn tangles around her. Okay. This is the second of my husband's sock. This is Patton's Croy in the, I don't remember what this one's called. Red rag stripe, blue rag stripe. Anyway, fun knitting. This is the first one. I'm about 4 or 5 stripes away from the toe decreases. So I love that I can measure this in stripes. I don't have to count the rows, how many rows or inches I have to go till I get to the toe decreases, but I'm hoping by tomorrow or the next day this will be done. And I've knit the leg, the cuff and the leg and the heels on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters. And then I'm knitting the foot on US 2s, which is what, a 2.75 millimeter? And it's fun knitting on the 2s, it goes so much faster. And just his foot is bigger, obviously, than his skinny little man leg. His skinny little man calf, I should say. So I'm hoping that this is such a workhorse yarn that going up a needle size and knitting a less dense fabric won't matter as much, since it is very sturdy, hardy yarn. So that will be it for my holiday knitting. And then we'll just party, right, Alice? So there's only one other whip right now. It's pretty unheard of for me to be down to 2 works in progress. Of course, the ball has rolled under the couch. There it is. So my last work in progress is the Advent scarf by Kristen Bennikin. Oh, and I should have said who designed the fish hat. Thelma Egberts. And I used the US 7s on that. Pardon me while I have, this is not Scotch. It is Verner's. I recently found Verner's, a treat from my childhood, at a local grocery store. Verner's is a ginger ale you only find in the Midwest, and it's very spicy, and I love it. And it's kind of Proustian nostalgic for me. All right, at any rate, here is the Advent scarf so far. You know what? I'm flying by the seat of my pants. There's no other way to say it. I'm on day 17 still, and I've decided that I'm just going to knit every day. I'm not going to knit a different pattern every day because it was getting too mishmashy, for lack of a better word. So day 17 is a very pretty leaf pattern, and I didn't get that far into it, but you start to see the leaves forming here. And this is knit out of Swan's Island Organic Merino Fingering. I think this is the Winterberry colorway, and it's a much bluer red in real life. You can't really see. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. The fabric is amazing, and you can see that I am running out of yarn. So, yeah, I'm just weighing as I go and hoping for the best. And you know what? This might turn out to be some sort of loose drapey cowl. I don't know. We'll just see how much it stretches. Stretches a lot. I think the block will really make it grow. But fly by the seat of my pants with this one. And it's okay. I've come to terms with it. Can you see Al? She's such a sweetheart. There she is. Alrighty, so that's it for whips. And for spinning, I have 2 things. One is something I showed you last week when it was still on the bobbin. And this week, I've got it plied and skeined. It is 57 yards of an end ply, chain ply, Navajo ply, however you want to refer to it. And it's Don't Wake the Dragon. These were Poonies by Gourmet Stash. And the Navajo ply came out really well. There we go, that's a good. Very, very, very nice. And I've got found these little tags, I think at Staples. And I love them. I just loop them around. My yarn and write the yardage and the fiber content. And I apologize, I don't remember the fiber content for this. It's awesome, that's all. The fiber content is awesomeness. Now, I did some more spinning. And I find lately that when I'm fed up with a project, I will just drop everything and spin, or I'll go to my drum carder and I'll make some crazy, lovely new mixture. So that's what I did last weekend. This is Romney Roving. It's Meduseld Romney. And Patricia sent me this, I think, in a package with some maple syrup a long time ago. And it's lovely stuff and very strong. And then I saw, this is 100%, I think it's mulberry silk. It's dyed by Wild Hare, which is a Virginia dyer based in Front Royal. Wild Hare, H-A-R-E. And so, West Virginian Romney, Virginia dyed mulberry silk. I think they wanted to be carded together. So, I did it, and they're both, silk is super strong. Romney is a long wool, and it's very strong and lustrous as well. So I thought they'd make an interesting combination. And really what happened is that I decided to spin it as a single and full it a little bit. So after I spun the single, I tied off a skein and I soaked it in very hot water, and then and dunked it again in ice water, then hot, then ice, or very cold water. It wasn't ice water. And then I thwacked it a bunch, which I don't normally do with my skeins. I usually just pop them. So this is the result. Let me see if I can give you a good picture of that. This is a tie right here. It's gray, 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 but there are pops of the brown. So you can see in here there was brown and this gorgeous blue and these grays, dark and light grays. So it's really a silvery gray. It became silver. And it was about, I did not put a ton of silk in here, but it really dominated. The silk really did dominate. And I'm not sure how I feel about the fulling yet. I think I'm going to have to knit this. I got about 130 yards. It's incredibly, see it sticking. So it is definitely fulled. But it's got, you can hear it snap. You can hear it twang like a musical instrument. I can, at least, just by doing this. Can you hear that? I have no idea. When I watch this back, I'll see if you can hear. So I think it's well spun. It's fulled enough, I hope. And that was a first for me. I'd never tried doing that. But I'd read about it in, I think, a Spinner's Book of Yarn Designs by Sarah Anderson. And some podcasters have done this as well, and I had it in the back of my head to try. So I think this will be a great hat. A husband hat, maybe. That's it for spinning. There's my little darling napping on my leg. Let's see. A few more things to talk about. Acquisitions first. I went shopping today for the last of the holiday gifts. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I was in Michael's to get my son a rainbow loom because his sister has one. He wants one of his own. He learned how to do it last night, and he's rainbow loom crazy. Like, he was up in the middle of the night whispering about rainbow looms in my ear, basically, at 3 in the morning. Can I do it tomorrow at school? Go to bed. Anyway, so I got him a rainbow loom, and then I wandered over to the yarns because I never go to Michael's. So I wanted to see what Patton's Croy they had. Because I do go to Joann's because I have a teacher discount there. I guess they do that at Michael's too, but anyway. They have different Patton's Croy at Michael's than at Joann's. Croy. You know that droid commercial where they go droid? That's what I want to say whenever I see Patton's Croy. Croy. This is in rusty stripes. It's got hunter greens and turquoise and navy blues and rusty colored, and then a naturally kind of color. Look, 2 of those. And yes, these are the same colorway, same dye lot, everything, just skeined differently. And then these also jumped into my basket. And this is called Singin' the Blues Stripes. Blues and grays and turquoises. I think I have a problem now with Patton's Croy. I have 5 socks worth now of Patton's Croy. They're just inexpensive and they're fun and I like knitting with it, so I need to stop. But that was fun. And I met a woman in the aisle, the yarn aisle at Michael's, who said, "Excuse me, I saw you touching the wool. Are you a knitter?" And I said, "Well, yes, I am." And she wanted some advice about picking wool for use on a sock loom for her daughter who's a dancer and wanted to make leg warmers for herself. So I helped her. Guess what I helped her pick? She had a skein of acrylic, and I was like, no. It had no give whatsoever, and these are going to be leg warmers. They need to stay up. So I said, well, this is really nice wool, and it's washable. And so I steered her towards some Patton's Croix, like in a purple marl. So that was funny. Anyway, I do have some another acquisition coming next week. I had some PayPal funds from a D-stash, and I went and bought myself some Highland Handmaids fiber, which I'm excited about. So that should come soon. And it's one of her really cool blends, superwash merino slash silk, I think. So I've never tried that blend, and she has it back in stock, and I'm excited. All right, so miscellaneous. There is still a Hal going on, the Hero Along, and I need to wash my Hero. I've gotten so much use out of it, so much wear. But it's still going till January 15th, so you could start it now. I mean, as soon as you finish that holiday knitting, if you're doing any. It took me 3 weeks about, and a fairly monogamous knitting. I think I knit a bit on other stuff while I was doing that as well. But it just flies. It's a round circular yoke sweater in worsted weight yarn. You can totally knock that out in a few weeks. And technically you've got about a month. So there are going to be 2 prizes. So you have excellent odds of winning if you have entered. And just post your FO on the thread in the group. There's going to be hand spun by me. I'm not sure which one yet. You want to get down? Oh, excuse me. There's going to be hand spun by me, and there's going to be a handmade bag by Joanna Spring from Knit Spin Farm. So, yes, that will be fun. What else? Oh, I started a new thread in the group, and it's called What Do You Want to Hear About? I think that's what it's called. Something like that. But just thinking ahead to the new year and my podversary in January, I will have been podcasting for a year at the end of January. Just want to know what you guys would like to hear about on the podcast. If there's something that I've mentioned but haven't gone into detail on, or just maybe, questions you have, something you've seen on another podcast that you'd like to see here. I am opening things up for ideas. Doesn't mean they'll ever come to fruition, but I would love to have your ideas. And so feel free to just suggest things, ask questions. Hop on over to the group if you haven't already. I'm about 450 some members now, and I have this secret wish by my podiversary to have 500 members in the group. So if you are not a member yet, please come on over and join, and you can win things, and I have a monthly drawing for a pattern, so you've got nothing to lose. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I have received the mail today, and this is a package from Spain. I'm not opening it because we want to do it when the whole family's here, but I'm sure there's going to be handmade goodness in here that I can show off next week. Because this is from my mother-in-law, and you can tell it's kind of been through the ringer. This is a Spanish postal box, and I'm sure there's going to be cool stuff in here. She's an amazing quilter, knitter, crocheter, bobbin lace maker. You've seen her stuff before, so I'm excited. We'll open that up, and I'm sure there'll be crafty things to show off next week. So I'm going to be, as soon as that sock is done, I'm going to be released from my holiday knitting. What am I going to do with myself? I have a few things planned. I'm going to process some more of my fleeces. I'm going to be doing some dyeing. I'm going to knit the Albers cowl, finally. I'm going to spin some fiber optic gradients and Navajo ply them. I'm going to knit a monster cowl. I'm going to knit a sweater from my hand spun, my Finn. Maybe I'll design something else. For sure I will. I have some ideas. I'm very inspired by one particular topic right now. So we'll see what comes of it. Alice, do you want to come say goodbye? No, she's wanting to go outside. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the change of scenery and having Alice... That was Alice. Something fell out of a package and it scared her. I hope you enjoyed seeing her shenanigans a little bit more today, and mine. And will I see you next week? What is today? Oh, I might I don't know, maybe a podcast on Christmas Eve. We'll see, but not Christmas Day. So you'll see me sometime next week. I'm not sure exactly when. It may be later in the week. But until then, you all take care and bye-bye.